So SeeClickFix is a mobile application that lets you document anything in the public space that is broken or you want to see improved. Specifically, you can take a photo of a problem like a streetlight or graffiti or a pothole. When you hit submit within the application, we send the alert to a government official. At the same time, we make the issue publicly documented so your neighbors can follow along with the resolution. So I grew up in New Haven. I was born and raised here in Westville. The idea for the platform came from challenges we were having here in New Haven, but of course those challenges were far and wide. They were not isolated to New Haven. It was a global problem that we were solving locally. I really love New Haven. I've lived in a number of places, but New Haven is small enough that you can make an impact, but big enough that it's interesting. There's a lot of really smart, diverse, thoughtful people here. And the kind of community spirit that is here, I think, is pretty unprecedented for anywhere I've been in the United States. And so it's a really great place to start a community-centric business. We took an interesting approach, which folks would call either like a grassroots approach or a bottom-up approach or a pull strategy in business terms, where we enabled citizens to vent their concerns, irregardless of whether the government officials had signed up for the platform. People have lots of concerns, especially 10 years ago. There weren't great systems for communicating with government, and so folks started using SeeClickFix. They let their governments know about it. Their governments signed up freely to receive alerts. And then as we got more citizens and governments on the platform, the government officials started asking us to build out tools for them to better respond to the issues externally and communicate internally about them. The majority of our clients, so cities that pay us to be the official request management system for the city or the county or the state, are mostly in North America. We've worked in municipalities in India, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Australia. I don't know that we faced any challenges that you wouldn't face anywhere else in North America, to be honest. I mean, hiring engineers is hard, but it's not harder here than it is elsewhere. But we have been really fortunate in that we've had investors who have come to us and have wanted to participate in SeeClickFix and have an equity stake in the company. Those folks come primarily from the West Coast, from Silicon Valley, but we also have some really great supporting investors here in New Haven. We have recently launched a product called SeeClickFix Work, which is an internal communications tool that sits on the back of the service request management platform for government officials to track work orders. So we actually work with universities, homeowners associations, other organizations to leverage the platform, and the work order platform really helps with that. I think most recently, I've been really impressed with the use of the platform in different natural disasters, specifically the two big ones in the fall, Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey. We have a number of city partners in Texas, including Houston. I have been impressed that citizens have used it to inform the government when things in advance of the storm seem concerning, like a construction site that's not battened down, or storm drains that are already clogged. I've also been surprised at how citizens have used the platform to say that they're in need of serious assistance, like in Harvey when people were at risk of drowning. After the bombing in Boston, at the marathon, a few hundred, 700, I think, SeeClickFix users put their homes up on SeeClickFix as places where others could stay. So kind of an unusual, while the airport was closed down, unusual use case for the platform. We've seen some really great stories of neighbors shoveling out other neighbors. Now 4 million issues have been fixed on SeeClickFix. Most of them have been fixed by government officials. The community I don't think community does make us stronger than we could be on our own. And that's a sentiment that I think in New Haven, where you have to be thrifty, is not just a nice thought, it's like a necessity, right? And we're really seeing that start to blossom here in the 9th Square.